Refrigerant choice is a great question. So obviously the first consideration is compliance, both current and for the foreseeable future. It's a tricky time at the moment because with the GBF gas, we're still following the 2014 regulation. There isn't a new regulation yet in GB. That, of course, is still reducing the amount of higher GWP refrigerants. Northern Ireland, however, are following the new EU F-gas regulation, and there will be further cuts for GWP quicker in Northern Ireland because of that. Wherever possible, our recommendation would be to use a refrigerant with a GWP less than 750 in all new systems wherever possible. For many systems, there is no less than 750 GWP retrofit option, with the exception of R513A to replace 134A. New systems using a refrigerant with a greater than 750 GWP means that there's going to be a reliance on reclaim during the lifetime of that equipment. There are other factors which affect the choice. I won't go into the detailed information on that, but just some general considerations. The first one's probably the Capex or installation costs, ease of maintenance, energy efficiency, total lifetime costs, and total lifetime emissions. These are all more important than just looking at the GWP of the refrigerant alone. For example, you could choose a low cost, less than 10 GWP refrigerant, but the equipment may end up being quite expensive. The energy efficiency may not be as good as something else which has a GWP still less than 750 and compliant with regulation, but not as low as less than 10. Energy efficiency is the key factor. It's not just about minimizing running costs. It's also about minimizing the indirect emissions, the emissions from the energy consumptions themselves. Higher energy efficiency is much more important than low GWP, because even if it's got a low GWP, just a few percent lower energy efficiency will lead to much higher total lifetime emissions from that system, and that's counterproductive. You're actually causing more damage than you're solving by using low GWP. ClimaLife have published a refrigerant replacement solutions guide, which is available from the website. It details by application all the low GWP refrigerants which are available and where they're most suitable. So thoroughly recommend you download that. Also recommend to check the performance data from manufacturers. Don't just look at the refrigerant you've chosen, check several different refrigerant options. You may find one has a much better energy efficiency than the others. Alternatively, you could ask ClimaLife. We're able to do theoretical cycle calculations to show comparisons of performance, including energy efficiency. This way, if you do this check and make sure you're choosing the most cost-effective, most energy efficient, that will lead you to a good energy efficient solution going forward. And that's the best way to choose a refrigerant in the future.